in the forgotten region of Oguri Nyama, where the earth cracked like tired skin and the wind carried voices no one dared translate, stood a lone, massive baobab tree. Towering and ancient, it cast a shadow so wide the entire village of Amuko avoided its shade. None dared touch it. No axe had ever kissed its bark. It was not out of reverence. It was out of fear. Every year, during the dawn of the black rain moon, the baobab bled. It was no sap. No tree water. It was thick, slow, dark red blood. With the first light of the moon, the blood would seep from the bark, dripping into the earth like ancient tears. The elders would bow their heads in silence. The children were kept indoors, their eyes shut tight. And each year, without fail, one girl would vanish into the night. Always a girl. Always at nightfall. Never a trace. The villagers called it the tax of the lost queens. No one spoke about who these queens were or why they demanded blood. But they knew. Somewhere deep down, they knew the land remembered. In an age of cell towers and diesel trucks rattling down market roads, amidst the spread of Afrobeat tunes and filtered selfies, there lived a girl named Amina. 17. Head shaved, eyes like flint. A child of two worlds. Her mother, a software engineer in Lagos, had sent her to live with her grandmother in Amuko to connect with her roots. Amina hated it. She hated the silence, the suspicion in people's eyes, the slow weight of old stories that clung to everything. But something pulled at her. Beneath the boredom, beneath the annoyance, something called to her. It happened during the dawn of the black rain moon. While the village locked its doors and buried itself in prayers, Amina wandered. She found herself standing before the baobab. The morning light danced on its bark. And there it was, the blood. Dripping slowly. Alive. She reached out, pressing her hand to the bark. It was warm. Then she heard it, a whisper. Not in Yoruba. Not in English. Something older. Something that echoed in her bones. Come home, daughter. That night, while the rest of the village held its breath, Amina returned to the tree. Barefoot, her heart thundered. She pressed her palm against it again. This time, the tree moved. A crack like thunder echoed through the grove. A howl rose from the earth. And the ground swallowed her whole. She fell, not for seconds, but for what felt like centuries. When she landed, she was standing in a cavern of light, blue and soft, pulsing like a heartbeat. She was inside the tree. Before her stood 5 women, tall, regal, cloaked in animal skins and crowned with beads and bones. Their eyes glowed like stars. They said nothing at first. Only watched. Then one stepped forward, the eldest, her crown a swirl of thorns and feathers. You came willingly, Amina. Amina could not speak. The air felt sacred. We are the queens who were erased. They called us witches. Called us rebels. Called us demons. But we were rulers before the men drew borders. Before the new gods demanded silence. We ruled in balance. We ruled with the earth. Another queen stepped forward. Her eyes shone like polished ebony. You are the last daughter. The final ember of our fire. The world has forgotten us, but your blood remembers. Amina saw it. In flashes. Visions etched into her mind like ancestral tattoos. A kingdom named Nyoka-Inwu. 5 sisters ruling side by side. They governed not by fear, but by rhythm and rain. Men followed, not as slaves, but as kin. The land flourished. Until the brother came. Eru the clever. The whisperer. The seed of ruin. He told the men they were meant to rule. That wombs were not altars but cages. That strength belonged to the sword, not the drum. War followed. The queens did not fight. They sacrificed. They cast themselves into the baobab, the last sacred tree of the land. And they sealed their power inside. Before vanishing, they swore an oath that each year, their blood would flow into the earth. That one girl, one daughter of their blood, would be summoned. Until the balance was restored. "You are the last girl, Amina," the feathered queen said. "Will you take the crown? Or will you forget?" The weight of generations surged through her chest. She saw her grandmother's hands, always shaking. Her mother's silence about the past. The strange way people looked at her in the village. She had always known something was missing, like a story torn in half. She looked at the queens and nodded. "Yes. I will remember." The tree pulsed. The blood rose, not from the bark, but from deep below. It spiraled around her feet, humming. The queens placed a mark on her forehead, a swirl of red and gold that shimmered like flame. They sang her name, not as Amina, but something older. Something sacred. She woke beneath the baobab. The sun rising. But she was not the same. She stood. The air shifted. Birds quieted. She spoke, and the wind listened. She walked, and the earth bent beneath her feet. She saw a girl at the edge of the grove, wide-eyed, trembling, about to disappear into the curse of the old cycle. Amina reached out. "No more," she said. From that day, the baobab never bled again. Instead, each year during the black rain moon, it bloomed. Flowers the size of drums. Girls from across the land came to sit beneath its shade. They listened to stories. Not of kings, but of queens. Not of war, but of wisdom. Amina became legend. Some say she never aged. Some say she lives in a hidden city, where the blood of queens flows through rivers that sing. Some say she teaches girls how to speak with thunder. But all agree on one thing: the tree still watches. The blood never vanished. It remembered. And now, so do we.